Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Report. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Ray Man Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your soul story together. And we have a shout out this week to our new friends at ohmtimes.com. If you go to ohmtimes.com, you'll see one of the greatest lightworker magazines on the planet, and you will see our horoscopes there as well. Well, the sun is now in chapter 3 of Libra. This is the master shui, the passionate, intense part of the transit. We'll be working on our long-term partnerships, our romantic marriages, and strategic business alliances as well. The classic kind of cliche of sun in Libra. The moon will be a bit intense this week. It will actually go full by the end of the week. It begins in cutoff Aquarius, then we're juicy in Pisces for 3 days, then a full moon in Aries on Friday night, and then of course we have a chill weekend in Taurus where we'll be manifesting. The moon signs most affected are Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus, and the moons falling into the shadow or the dark side of the moon will be the Leo moon, Virgo moons, Libra, and Scorpio moons. Now, looking at orbits, man, this week it's kind of interesting. The moon, of course, starts in the crown, but then by the end of the week will shift all the way down to the root chakra for the full moon, which creates this opposition between the throat chakra and the root chakra. And because this is the full moon in Aries, this is the most intense full moon around survival, root chakra issues. So in each of your 12 horoscopes upstairs, I'll be talking about how this opposition might affect your health and how it affects your chakras in your system. Now, taking a look at the planets, let's start first with the constellations, a new little feature I put in this week, which I had pointed out. And we, of course, overlay the planets on top of this. There's a lot going on with the planets, and some of it has been going on for a long time, and I'm happy to announce some of it is finally ending. For one, we do have this trine between Black Lilith and Saturn. The good news is both Black Lilith and Saturn show that now they're unified at growing, moving forward, healing. And Black Lilith is at step 14 this week, which means that we're going to respond differently based on the fact that we are hopefully feeling karma free. This grand cross or grand square has finally broken apart. You can see that the sun has progressed. Thank goddess for that. Now there's still a T square going on between the three planets, Uranus, Pluto, and Black Lilith is a trigger there. However, with the sun out of this week you're going to find your life going faster and faster and faster because we're starting to feel our life let up. Remember, the sun is what we love. It is basically our life. And then this grand trine, this Black Lilith grand trine is still in effect, but because of Black Lilith being at step 14 and Saturn moving to step 12 at the end of the week, this is going to be a freeing, much more freeing grand trine, and this is going to be us rushing past like water rapids our old issues and probably finding ourselves emotionally in new issues. Well, let's dive in deep to your particular soul, but to do that we've got to take the ascension elevator up, so I'll see you upstairs at 33,000 feet.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Namaste, Scorpios and Scorpio risings, and welcome to 33,000 feet for another bird's eye view of you. Well, you're in the interfaith transit of the sun in Libra, and you know, frankly, you already went through this lesson once before in a major way where you cleared out the boogeymen, where I call the weeds in your soul garden, the core issues that go back to childhood. And of course, we always find more and ones we didn't know. But really, frankly, I think that this particular transit of interfaith is the universe not so much cutting away the old, but rather preparing faith for the new. And yes, there is cutting away of the old. You definitely want to be recognizing the patterns. And in essence, Saturn in Scorpio is where the story is for Scorpios. About a year ago, Saturn entered Scorpio, which was the point of you cutting off the crap, the bullshit, as I like to say, as your opposite sign. Cutting out where you had overgrown, where you had let things go too far, ending fights, ending battles, ending court cases, and stepping into what I call Scorpio 2.0, a new ego, a new way of putting yourself out there. This is, of course, based on the principle of who you are, which is boundary drawing, right? What I call dropping zeros. You know, the number 0 has it's like a really fat number. That's what I say. Scorpio's number is 0, I don't know if you know that. And 0 is my hero. And so what Scorpios do is drop zeros, like, there needs to be some space here. Drop, drop. And my friend, one of my closest friends at Sensei's, who's a Scorpio, She's adopted this finally. She called me up and be like, I had to drop zeros all day, and God help them. And that's the truth. God help them, right? Scorpios and Scorpio risings. Well, it's about stepping into inner faith. And as we move into this week, we're stepping into the metaphysics of changing your life because, you do need to, the truth is when you really want to do something amazing, you have to pull off a miracle. We all know this. And it will take a miracle. Now, nothing in your life today requires that miracle except knowing you can do this. Because it's the sun in Scorpio and the eclipse coming in your birthday period. This is what you will need a miracle for. This next shift into launching Scorpio 2.0. Or as my friends would say, a miracle, it's going to take a miracle for me not to kill that person, says a lot of Scorpio friends of mine. So the sun moves from step 20 to step 26 this week, and that is you stepping into the passion, the master shui, and that means you have to trust your feelings. If you've not done the work to trust your own feelings, you're not going to get to this next transit. And you also have to stay committed to, your high-end commitments to others. These are your highest-end commitments. So this is, of course, God. What is your commitment to God, universe? That's your highest commitment in this particular transit. Now, the story of your new 2.0 ego is this. You have cut away the old ego for good. It will never come back. You are healing whatever the wounds are from cauterizing, and cutting. Now this week, by the end of the week, you will step into using the new Scorpio 2.0 beta version, probably quiet, non-public release at the end of the week. North Node 7 degrees says, hey, listen to your spirit before you do anything. And Mercury is way ahead. You're thinking way ahead. But don't worry, Mercury will retrograde back and go forth again. Now, the state of Cancer, which is the state of your belief structure, on the one hand, all self-limiting beliefs, good for you, all self-limiting beliefs, good for you, are cut away forever. And not just self-limiting beliefs, but also personal karma. So if you have past lives where you were held back because of you believing the wrong thing or you believe the right thing and da-da-da-da. And what you want to do moving forward is you want to respond to everything in life having shaken off that karma. So we shouldn't feel or sense in your soul, Scorpio, that you have a past life where you weren't that people didn't believe you. We shouldn't feel or sense anything about you that says you don't believe in yourself. And that's what Jupiter is at 19 degrees saying. It's saying you must love and trust what you believe now and act on that. Not just act on it, but it's time to invest. It's time for you to walk your talk and invest in what you believe in. Now, looking at the week, the slow-moving planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and now, boink, Pluto at the top. I put your home planet in here. Are you happy? Jupiter says this whole week you want to love and trust what you already believe and not retrograde back. Saturn is direct and says you want to love and trust the ego work you've done so far and heal what you intend to keep in your life. You should heal those relationships if you intend to keep them. Uranus in Aries retrograde at 10 degrees says you have to love and trust your reality, but you will have a big test of faith with your reality this week. Neptune in Pisces at 2 degrees says you have to be compassionate to your own inner child and your own heart or nothing will happen the way you want. So listen to your inner child. And then finally, your captain, Pluto, 9 degrees direct in Capricorn, saying the old thinking is dead and you must proceed forward with new thinking. Do not use the old language. Do not use the old graphic package. Do not use anything that communicates any of the old anymore at all whatsoever, especially in your own head. Now, that said, as we start the week on Sunday, the moon is in Aquarius, and so you are nesting and resting as you step into loving and trusting this new faith in yourself. And so as you love and trust on Sunday, you want to basically just hold space. Everything will be okay. It's very simple. Also, be sure this weekend to self-nurture and invest in your emotional well-being because you're going to need it as you move into this test of faith this week. It can be exhausting if you don't have the right emotional foundation. Now, for those of you who signed up for the free open house of the Guardian Agency, you'll find that the emails I send you each of the 7 days of the week are corresponding to exactly what I'm saying in the horoscopes, and I'm expanding on them, and I'm also touching on them, and I'm pointing out in the moments in the day as you get the email, you're getting them at the moments that I'm talking about in the scope. So try it out. It's fun. So on Monday, Jupiter rules the day, and so you are stepping into exploring that. You're stepping out onto that ledge. The moon is in Pisces, so your inner child is lit up, And this is the first test of faith where you have to, in essence, respond differently to your own inner child, be compassionate to your own inner child. So be compassionate to your inner child on Monday. On Tuesday, there will be breakthrough. Now, it may be from a breakdown. It may be you slip on a banana peel or something happens. By the way, be very careful. People get injured all the time in these transits because they are avoiding the real issue. So please be careful out there. Hill Street Blues quote there. So on Tuesday, there is a quantum slip, but it leads to an opportunity. And it is, of course, an inner faith. It might be that you try something different, and that's what I recommend. Try something different. I'll be emailing that out to our people watched over on Tuesday to try something different inside. On Wednesday, you are going to emotionally break through, I believe, and it will be from following your joy. No matter what letdown or slip on the banana peel or test of faith you have Tuesday and Wednesday, with the moon in Pisces, you just have to stay on that path of wanting joy, stay on that path of your heart, and on Wednesday, the light bulb goes off, and I believe you have a breakthrough in understanding of inner faith. That's what the whole month is about. So on Thursday, thank Goddess, Venus rules the day, so we're going to restore. If you don't have relief Wednesday, you'll have it Thursday. But the moon does move into Aries, and so now we're on countdown to the full moon. Emotions make reality very real on Thursday, and you may not get that Venus peace until after the moon crosses Uranus that day. That was what I was talking about earlier in the scope, where I said there'll be a point where you have to respond differently in the moment. In other words, if you see everything on fire around you in reality, you should respond according to your faith, not according to what you see. That is the key, opening the door to the new life if you choose to turn the key when you are most challenged and want to kill somebody the most. So there you go. I just report, don't kill me, I'm the messenger. But that is what it's going to be. And, I'm Taurus, so maybe I'm having an evil grin on my face because we're opposite signs and we go through it together. And so I know that day will be hard for us, brother and sisters. So on Friday is actually a Neptune ruled day. And the moon is in Aries, so it's a bumpy road. It's a cloudy day. Great day for meditation, yoga, hot yoga, you name it. It's the day to do it is on Friday, especially with the moon going full. You could have a physical injury or breakdown on Friday if you're not careful. So please be careful. That full moon does make a big deal out of everything. The full moon is a test of faith between, reality and faith, okay? And you and I are both tested on that as your opposite sign. Each of us are looking to release the parts of life that are corroding faith for good. The full moon will make you very full of yourself in the moment and cocky, and a lot of people might say you're arrogant on that day. So what? It's a day where you are trying to cut the karma and cut the ties with the past, and so on that full moon, you're going to feel tug of war. Now, for those watched over, I'll have some video that I've recorded for the full moon that you'll get in the email. You'll see that you get email videos all the time. And so watch that video. It'll walk you through how to release and a releasing ceremony for you. Now, on Saturn Day, it's time to decide and commit to exactly the faith you intend to have. This may be that you're putting your money down on something. And with the moon in Taurus, it's very much about your mirage for all of Saturday. How do you treat you? Who are you to you? Are you good to you? If you have an issue of relationships and marriage, it's still about you on Saturday, which is why you're in those relationships, because of the relationship to you. So Saturday is a serious day, and it's a sentimental day. So it's a day where you'll be kind of pulled down that path. Now, taking a quick peek at next week, Mercury does go retrograde on Monday the 21st, showers on the 22nd, and then Wednesday we go down the rabbit hole, and it will be indeed Scorpio's birthday, and Scorpio risings will start the new ego. Now, due to budget cuts, we cannot take the ascension elevator down to the ground, and I'm going to just do what a Scorpio would probably do to me, push you out of the frickin' plane. So if you don't mind, put on your parachute, and I will see you here in just a few seconds. When we come back, I've got your Serious Joy toy after this with special games for inner faith. See you then. Bye. At Solmar.me, we have prices and specials worth jumping for. Like the Guardian Agency, our digital network that'll watch over you through email 7 days a week, 7 times a day. Come join our free open house next week. Just navigate to Solmar.me. While you're there, fill out your date of birth and email address in our custom form, and you'll get 7 days free. No credit card required to sign up. Come on down. And while you're there, you might want to also check out the Orbits Report and Jupiter Gets Emotional. Now just $11.11 for a limited time and for immediate download. At soulmart.me, mind, body, and soul improvement. Parachute not included. Namaste, Scorpios and Scorpio risings. And now for your Serious Joy Toy of the week. Now, if you don't know, Serious Joy Toy is this little game I give you to play with yourself. That sounds bad. But to play when you're with yourself spiritually, to change your life and transform yourself and step into the new you. Now, we started this off talking about what if God said it just goes any way you want. Remember? And I do believe that's the way it is, and I do believe a lot of Scorpios are caught up on the idea that God won't give it to you your way, or the universe won't give it to you your way. And so that game was helping you to cut out of that. Then last week I said, bring a Virgo, decide what in life is going to stay and what in life is going to go. This will leave room for things to grow, that you want to grow, right? And I hope you went around playing and saying, oh, you're dead, you're out of here, you're dead to me. That's one of my favorite statements. That a Capricorn told me, you're dead to me. Funny, huh? So this week, Serious Joy Toy is a dress rehearsal. I believe this is a dress rehearsal for Scorpio 2.0. And so this week, you are to walk on air all week. I don't care what's going on, Scorpio. Walk on air. Why? Because it's going to go your way. Why? Because you've already made the choices of what's going to stay and go. You're simply waiting for that to happen. And so I want to get you straight to your birthday spirit. And getting into your birthday spirit is to go ahead and dress rehearse for when Scorpio 2.0 beta is released and you are feeling fabu. All right? That is your Serious Joy Toy of the week. Okay, my Scorpio friends, thank you so much for your loyalty. I do appreciate it. Out of all the 12 signs, I am one that appreciates loyalty. I'll see you in 7 days with more. Until then, live, love, be.
Hello, my brothers and sisters, and welcome back to the most loving space on the internet. And you know what? It's Friday. It's finally Friday, and we got a whole bunch of content. That's right. No, we don't. What am I talking about?